In The Devil's Advocate 1997, Keanu Reeves plays Kevin Lomax, successful Florida lawyer drawn into the seductive orbit of Al Pacino's John Milton, a charismatic yet sinister law firm head. As Kevin ascends New York's legal elite, his wife begins experiencing disturbing visions, pushing him toward moral collapse. The boxing match seen in the film is a real world championship bout held at Madison Square Garden, not a stage scene. In The Matrix 1999, Keanu Reeves plays Neo, a hacker who discovers reality is an illusion controlled by machines. He joins Morpheus and Trinity to liberate humanity in a visually stunning cyber-dash war. To pitch the film. The Wachowskis spent their entire initial $10 million budget shooting the opening rooftop chase, convincing Warner Brothers to fund the rest afterward. The iconic bullet time effect was shot using over 120 cameras surrounding Reeves on a rig. Combining practical rigging and digital effects, Reeves trained through neck surgery recovery, limiting his ability to kick, yet still performed demanding stunts, including shaving his entire body and losing 15 pounds for the birth pod sequence. In The Replacements 2000, Keanu Reeves portrays Shane Falco, a washed-up quarterback, given one last chance to lead a ragtag team of underdogs during a pro football strike. Facing skepticism from fans and media alike, he rallies his misfit squad to defy the odds and inspire a comeback. Filming took place in Baltimore's PSNet Stadium, now M&T Bank Stadium, which doubled as the fictional venue in the movie. Reeves' football skills impressed so much during production that the Baltimore Ravens reportedly invited him to try out for the team, though primarily as a publicity gesture. In Sweet November 2001, Keanu Reeves stars opposite Charlize Theron as Nelson Moss, driven advertising executive whose life is turned upside down by a free-spirited woman, inviting him to spend a transformative November together. To secure Charlize Theron for the lead role, Reeves reportedly agreed to a substantial salary cut so the studio could afford her casting. This gesture reflects his frequent practice of putting the project above personal gain. Charlize Theron was offered the part of Evelyn after turning down a role in Pearl Harbor, showing how highly the studio valued her for this remake. In Hardball 2001, Keanu Reeves stars as Connor O'Neill, a troubled gambler who coaches a Little League baseball team from Chicago's toughest projects to pay off mounting debts. What starts as a deal for survival turns into a story of redemption, teamwork, and unexpected bonds. Reeves bulked up for the role, gaining about 23 pounds to convincingly portray a coach and occasionally throw the ball himself. Reports say he recovered from neck surgery shortly before filming. In The Matrix Reloaded 2003, Keanu Reeves returns as Neo amidst the escalating war between humans and machines. This sequel dives deeper into the mythology of The Matrix, introducing the Architect as the Merovingian and pushing Neo's powers to the next level. Reeves earned a reported $15 million base salary plus 15% of the box office gross, making him one of the highest-paid actors of his time. He ultimately donated much of his pay to the special effects and costume crews as a show of gratitude. Filming the highway chase required constructing 1.5 miles of a full-scale asphalt road on a former naval base near Alameda. The entire stretch was destroyed ahead of promotional materials. In The Matrix Revolutions 2003, Keanu Reeves once again steps into the shoes of Neo as humanity's final stand unfolds against the machines. This climactic chapter wraps up the original Matrix trilogy with a bold vision and intense stakes. Reeves reportedly earned $15 million plus 15% of the film's gross, making him one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood history. He is known to have donated tens of millions from his Matrix pay to the special effects and costume crews, believing they were the true architects of the film's magic. In Thumbsucker 2005, Keanu Reeves makes a memorable cameo as Dr. Perry Lyman, a laid-back, pseudo-spiritual orthodontist, who helps a teenager overcome his thumb-sucking addiction through hypnosis and life advice. Though a small supporting Reeves delivers one of his most charming performances, leaning into an almost self-aware persona that blends with his public image. Reeves filmed his scenes over just 4 days, yet his presence became one of the most talked about parts of this indie gem. In Constantine 2005, Keanu Reeves stars as John Constantine, a cynical exorcist who battles demons in a dark supernatural thriller based on DC's Hellblazer. As angels and demons clash over Earth, Constantine walks the thin line between salvation and damnation. Reeves trained with a real exorcist to bring authenticity to his role, mastering ritual gestures used in actual rites. The climactic demon fight in a hospital corridor was shot in one continuous take with stunt actors flying overhead in a choreographed ballet. The 2006 film Turbidity, based on the novel by Philip Dew, wild, interesting, and a few facts. First, it was shot using an unusual animation technique, rotoscoping, where animation was superimposed on top of the footage the film was produced, using the Rotoshop program developed by Bob Sebastin, which applied the interpolation rotoscoping technique. The Lake House is a 2006 romantic drama film starring Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. The plot of the film revolves around two people who correspond through a mysterious mailbox near a house on the shore of a lake, not knowing that they live in different hour periods. This is not the first collaboration between Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. They previously starred together in the film Speed. The film Street Kings with Keanu Reeves has several interesting facts. The screenplay, written by James Ellroy, was originally titled Night Watch and was inspired by the O.J. case, Simpson, Keanu Reeves, and other actors who played police. Officers received special training, including shooting training and communication with real police officers. The film The Day the Earth Stood Still 2008 tells the story of the arrival of an alien on Earth, who warns humanity of its destruction due to excessive use of resources and aggression. An interesting fact is that the film is a remake of the 1951 Single Mind film, but with significant changes in the plot and visual design. Klaatu's portrayal, played by Keanu Reeves, differs from that of actor Michael Rennie in the 1951 film. Reeves embodies the more enigmatic and powerful Klaatu, who aims to save the Earth. The film The Private Lives of Pippa Lee tells the story of a woman who in the past led a turbulent lifestyle, but now tries to adapt to a quiet life in marriage with an older man. Interesting facts about the film. Filming took place in Connecticut. World premiere took place at the Berlin Film Festival in 2009, and more than 20 countries acquired the rights to distribute it. The film Henry's Crime tells the story of Henry Thorne, unjustly convicted of bank robbery, who, after being released, decides to rob the same bank. Interestingly, he learns of a tunnel used by bootleggers during Prohibition and plans to use it for a robbery. Generation... is an existential Denina life portrait that immerses the viewer in the downtown mindsets of John Wall Keanu Reeves, a lost soul who's been circling the New York City drain for too long, and the two party girls he spends. His birthday with Violet Bayana Nevakovic and Mia Adelaide Clemens. As they look for light in the darker aspects of their family of circumstance, and the paths their self-destructive lives have taken. Master of Tai Chi, Man of Tai Chi is a 2013 film, the directorial debut of Keanu Reeves, in which he also played one of the main roles. Master of Tai Chi was the first film Keanu Reeves directed. Keanu Reeves studied Chinese during filming, although he interacted with the cast and crew through an interpreter. The 2013 film 47 Ronin, despite its basis in the real story, contains many fictional elements, including a fantasy plot with witches and demons. The film was criticized for moving away from historical truth and unnecessary use of fantasy elements. The film John Wick 2014 has some interesting facts. Keanu Reeves performed 90% of his own stunts, and he studied the fight scene in a nightclub on the day of filming. The film's director, Chad Stahelski, was Keanu Reeves' understudy on The Matrix. It is interesting that the name of the main character was given in honor of the screenwriter's grandfather, Keanu Reeves, seriously prepared for the role of John Wick, attending intensive training in jiu-jitsu, judo, and firearms. He also learned driving techniques to perform complex car stunts,